the wizard Merlin devoted his entire life to forging a legendary sacred sword. This holy blade was imbued with the divine mission to preserve world peace. To await the true savior, Merlin sealed the sword within stone, knowing that only the destined chosen one could draw it forth. As ruler of the world, Vortigern lived in fear that the savior's emergence would threaten his tyrannical reign. To eliminate this potential threat, he commanded warriors throughout the land to attempt the sword trial, his true purpose being to identify and destroy the destined savior. Arthur, not wanting to waste time, stepped directly onto the testing platform. Suddenly, he felt a mystical force drawing him in. When Arthur grasped the hilt with both hands, the sacred sword instantly unleashed tremendous power. In that moment, Arthur successfully drew the holy sword from the stone, triggering earth-shaking celestial phenomena that shook the very heavens. However, Arthur could not control the sword's supreme power and collapsed on the spot. When he awakened, he found himself imprisoned. It turned out that Vortigern, ruler of the world, was Arthur's own uncle. Years ago, in his ruthless quest for power, Vortigern had brutally murdered Arthur's parents, never realizing that Arthur had narrowly escaped and survived. To ensure he could become the world's savior, Vortigern would stop at nothing. He even brutally killed Arthur's adoptive mother before his very eyes. Arthur was then dragged to the executioner's block. At this critical moment, a strange-looking witch appeared. She cast a spell, and instantly the animals on site flew into a savage frenzy, attacking the soldiers and creating total chaos. Seizing this opportunity, reinforcements quickly moved in to rescue Arthur. With the sacred sword in tow, they leaped into the bottomless chasm and escaped danger. The group safely reached a secret base at the bottom of the cliff, where Arthur's father's former followers had gathered, waiting for their moment. Arthur had successfully drawn the sacred sword and become the savior. Now they were determined to unite and overthrow Vortigern's tyranny. However, Arthur seemed to lack any fighting spirit, much to his followers' frustration. To motivate him, his men decided to attack Arthur directly. When Arthur gripped the sword hilt, he suddenly saw the dark spectral knights from deep within his memories. This vision overwhelmed him, and he instantly fainted. To help Arthur overcome his psychological barriers, the witch decided to enter his dreams. In his nightmares, the childhood trauma of witnessing his father's brutal death had become his haunting demon. Every time he held the sacred sword, it triggered those painful memories, preventing Arthur from truly mastering the sword's power. To overcome his inner fears, Arthur was sent to the Darklands for trials, where he would have to confront his deepest, most terrifying fears. This film is called King Arthur: Legend of the Sword.